Hey everybody, it's Megan. As always, I hope all of you are doing well. Today is going to be an interesting video. We are going to be going over my 5 least used Louis Vuitton handbags. Gotta preface this by saying that the 5 bags that I'm going to show you are in no way bags that I want to sell. They are just bags that I really like and admire. I just find myself not using as much as others. A very simple and big reason that I have not used these bags more is the fact that I have obtained different bags in my collection that have literally just been a distraction from these ones. Before we jump into it, I'm going to throw it out there as I typically do. If you have not joined my YouTube luxury community, I kindly invite you to do so by clicking on that subscribe button you see located right down there below on your screen. Also, by clicking that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I decided to make this a little bit more fun by showing you my top 5 in a chronological order. I'm going to be showing you from the most used of these least used bags to the very least used. The first one that I'm a little bit ashamed to say I do not use more is going to be my beautiful ALMA PM in the DAMIER EBENE canvas. This bag is one that will never ever leave my collection. I did purchase it about 4.5, 5 years ago, and in the beginning, for the first few years, I used it a ton, a lot. And over the course of that time, I have found out that this bag ages very gracefully, very beautifully. It literally looks as brand new as the day that I bought it. Big reason for that has to do, I know I say it all the time, but I do use organizers on the interior of my bag. You guys can see the interior is absolutely amazing, and even if I do remove my organizer, you will see the same results. Very gorgeous. Now, it's important for me to say that yes, I love this bag. Yes, it's a forever bag, but I think the main reason why I don't use it more is pretty much because it is a tote style bag. I love a tote style bag, but when I'm out shopping, running errands, doing things like that, and I have other things in my hands to carry, it's very nice to be hands-free. So I guess you could say the main reason I don't use this bag more is because I like to be hands-free, but I would like to say this. If you happen to own another DAMIER EBENE strap, say for example, the SPEEDY 30 bandolier strap, that would definitely work with this bag. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the ALMA PM, but it does have these little clasps right here, which is absolutely perfect for attaching a strap. I just choose to not do that because for me personally, I find this to be the shape, the size of the bag a little bit too big to be worn crossbody. I really find the true beauty in this bag as the classic way that it comes. I really could go on and on about how wonderful and beautifully classy this bag is, how functional this bag is, especially with the zipper. I'm getting ahead of myself here, you guys. I'm going to go on a pro rant. But the main point again is to tell you guys why I don't gravitate towards this bag. And it's simply because I like to be hands-free. But I will say this, I'm definitely more motivated to use this bag when I don't need to be hands-free. Say for example, if I'm getting together with somebody to go to dinner or perhaps Starbucks, something like that. I have to mention this. It's a little bit hard for me to be negative, especially because I do love the bag. But yeah, if you do go out to a restaurant or a coffee shop, something like that, this bag does not have a strap. What's great about it is it does have the feet, which is amazing because we don't want to get our bags dirty. I definitely use this bag more than the other 4. Oh my goodness. I just did that in a recent video where I rhyme. I don't mean to do that, I swear. But I definitely use it more than the other 4 that I'm about to show you. This ALMA PM and DAMIER EBENE canvas, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I'll definitely be using it a lot more. That is a fact. I'm very motivated now. So the second bag that I'm going to show you guys is one that's very unique, very special, and you don't see it very often. I'm talking about the Cans bag. What a beautiful, gorgeous bag. You are very pretty. That's for sure. So the main reason I don't use this bag more is simply because it's not a big deal, but I find that when I use this bag crossbody or over the shoulder, it's just a little bit difficult to get in and out of the bag. You guys can see it has a zipper pull right there that wraps around the entire bag. I think that's wonderful. But when using this bag, and say for example, if I were to be using it tote style, which I think is absolutely adorable, it's a little bit difficult to get in. As you guys can see, I mean, it's not very hard, but it definitely is more of a struggle than my other bags. The interior is amazing. It comes with a black strap. You could also opt to use a monogram strap or a reverse monogram strap because obviously it does have the monogram, reverse monogram. Another reason, well, let me just quickly say, I do love unique and I do love different. This bag definitely screams unique and it definitely screams different. But because it is so unique, I think that is a little bit of a deterrent for me to wear it. Let me explain. So when I first purchased this bag, I thought to myself, how the heck am I going to wear this thing? Because I had not tried it on. I literally thought it was just cylinder all the way around until I went to a Louis Vuitton store, tried it on, and I saw that the back was flat, which is absolutely amazing. When I wear this bag, obviously it's going to lay flat, but the overall style of this bag, would I consider this to be a very good pick for an everyday Louis Vuitton bag to buy? Probably not, because it is a little bit difficult to get in and out of the bag. I would definitely recommend another Louis Vuitton bag for your everyday bag if that's what you're looking for. This may not be an everyday bag, but I'm definitely motivated to use it a lot more. This is not a bag that I want to sell. I think it's too beautiful, too gorgeous, too unique looking to even consider that. So the cans bag, hate to say it, it's one of my 5 least used Louis Vuitton bags, but that's definitely going to change. Next bag I want to let you guys in on is one that I've owned for about 3.5, 4 years. And speaking of the BOITE CHAPEAU SOUPLE MM. Now I really could go on and on about how great this bag is, wonderful features like the beautiful luggage tag, upgraded hardware that is very, very shiny, that wonderful double zip closure. Also, this bag has the pre-aged leather. This has that hat box style going on with it. And for whatever reason, whenever I think of history and Louis Vuitton, history plus Louis Vuitton equals class. So I definitely consider this to be a classy bag. Now I love this bag. I am not selling it, but of course I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. With this bag, I do find that the overall style of it is beautiful. It's amazing, but it does to me have a little bit of a drawback. This back pocket. I don't know why Louis Vuitton decided to design it with this little back pocket where literally I don't feel I could even get a card holder in. Actually, let me go ahead and try. I went ahead and grabbed my reverse monogram card holder. I really should do my 5 least used SLGs. I never use this piece and I need to use it more. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm really just not the biggest fan because it does stick out right there. I mean, it definitely would work. I think the reverse monogram with the monogram is quite pretty, but if I were to have it my way, I would have it fit completely. Also, the pre-aged leather in the back to me just looks very, very big against the bag. This back pocket is the one thing I would change about this bag if I could. Also, I would really love to use this bag backpack style. You can do that, but unfortunately for me, because I don't like this back pocket shows when you want to wear it backpack style. I guess I really just need to get over the whole back pocket thing and focus on what the bag looks like. It really is such a beauty. I love it very much, and when I do use it, I enjoy it. It gets a lot of compliments. Now that I think about it, I'm really happy that I'm talking about this with you guys because I'm realizing with you why I don't use this bag more often. Really, this should not bother me as much as it does. So I'm going to be using this bag a lot more. That is a fact, because every time I see it in my collection, every time I go to pick out a bag, whenever I'm getting ready to go somewhere, I'll see it, and I always opt for another bag. That's not going to be the case anymore. I'm telling you guys, you're definitely going to be seeing me using this bag a lot more. And for any of you guys that are interested in this bag, I did mention that the double zipper is absolutely amazing. And the interior, oh yay, I do have my organizer inside, is absolutely amazing because it does have that micro felt, which is just extremely soft on the hands. Big fan of the bag. Again, huge fan of the pre-aged leather. I'll definitely be using it a lot more. This next bag was one of my earliest purchases from Louis Vuitton. I think it was made about 5 years ago when I first started my Louis Vuitton collection. I'm talking about the Palm Springs PM. I told you guys that with every bag that I'm showing you, I'm not letting them leave my collection. This is no exception. This one is truly a bag that has the most squishiest canvas you could ever imagine. I mean, literally, it's just amazing. And every time I use it, I find myself squishing it because I just love how it's so squishy. And I'm not too sure if that's because this is the older style. I'm not sure if you guys remember before it was revised where the zipper was kind of getting stuck when you open it. So Louis Vuitton went ahead and decided to revise it, making it easier to get in and out of the bag. I'll go ahead and show you. When I go to open this up, it's a little bit more difficult. It's not hard to me. It's worth it just because of the squishiness factor. I have heard that the newer bags is not as squishy. I don't know if that's true because I haven't seen it in the store. I haven't tried it on by any means because I already own it. But this is just truly an amazing carefree bag to wear, and it's literally been exposed to so much rain, so much snow, and the fact that it still looks as beautiful as it does look today is absolutely amazing to me. Now, the number one thing, I'm sure a lot of you guys can guess why I don't use this bag more often, is going to be because of the straps. And the main way I wear it is going to be either top handle, I just love how squishy this is too when you're holding it, or over the shoulder, which I think is absolutely very cute. This never falls off my shoulder. It's just very, very adhesive to my body, and it's very, very cute. I love the look, especially when I go on trips up to the snow to go snowboarding. I actually have a fun video planned because my husband and I are going on a snowboarding trip tomorrow, actually, and we're bringing our bunny. So I wanted to vlog that for you, and I also have a very good video idea that's going to go with it. So I might just bring this bag. I gotta show you something really quick, but before I do, I just want to tell you that little baby Brownie, I tell him your comments when you write to him, and he gets so excited, and he told me, "Mommy, I just can't wait to be in that vlog video," because he's so excited to be going to the cabin. You guys, he loves that cabin so much. Brownie's also very excited because one of his friends wrote on my last video that Easter Easter's coming up, and that means Easter Bunny. And Brownie says, Mommy, can I be on your channel for Easter? And I said, of course, Brownie. Brownie gets what he wants. He's a spoiled little boy, but he's not because he deserves it. He's a good boy. But anyways, I wanted to make the point to you guys real quick that this would be a great option to bring on a snowboarding trip, a trip up to the snow or out in the rain. But this is my problem. And this is why I've said in previous videos that I'm trying to be more picky with my purchases, because I get distracted by newer purchases. For example, this Palm Springs Mini, it's just so perfect for the snow. I love wearing it backpack style. I also love wearing it as a crossbody. Another one I'm always tempted to wear in the snow is going to be this one, this beautiful Noe BB. I think you guys understand, right? I mean, obviously I want to keep the vachetta out of the snow. Trust me, I have definitely been in the situation where it starts snowing, and where does this go? Directly under my jacket. If I don't have a jacket on, this is not exposed to the snow, not in any way. Why? Because I do not want to get watermarked. I do my best to keep my bags in pristine condition. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to be more picky with my purchases because I want to use bags like my Palm Springs PM. And I'm definitely not saying it's easy to be pickier about my purchases. It's hard to pass on some of them, but I want to be able to enjoy my pieces. The truth of the matter is the canvas on this bag is just so amazing, so squishy, so durable that it really just stands out from the other canvas bags in my collection. But yeah, you guys, if Louis Vuitton had just designed this with better straps, it definitely would be more appealing to me. This Palm Springs Mini is used a lot by me. I actually did a video on my most used Louis Vuitton bags, and this was one of them. And it's interesting too. Look how similar they are. This is one of my least used. This is one of my most used. It's kind of funny how it works out that way. But yeah, Palm Springs PM, I love it. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's squishy, and it's definitely never ever leaving my collection. So my last and very least used bag, and it truly is my least used bag in my Louis Vuitton collection, because as I said, I'm showing you these in chronological order from most used to least used, although they're all least used, if that makes sense. And that's going to be my NANO SPEEDY. I was beyond ecstatic when I found out about this bag, especially because I had ordered, I never did an unboxing for it, tried it on, and it just wasn't for me. And I think a lot of you guys know why that one wasn't for me. Basically, I found the size to be just perfect, but the strap was simply too thin for my liking and too short for my liking. I would like to adjust it, and I just am not the type to cut the straps. I mean, I give credit to anybody that can, but I just couldn't do it, so I ended up returning, never did an unboxing or anything like that. So when this one was released, I thought to myself, oh my goodness, it has the pre-aged leather. This is going to be amazing, and it is very amazing. It's got the very gold shining hardware. It's got the pre-aged leather, as you guys can see, but the two things that detour me from using this bag are basically the fact that the strap that it comes with is quite short. I'm on the taller side, you guys. I'm 5'8", so I find myself using an extender. It's not a big deal. And by the way, if you guys happen to have any bags in your collection where you find yourself like me and you'd like to add a little bit of length, Organize My Bag, I'll link it within the description box below, sells these chain extenders. They have a small, medium, large. I usually just opt for the small or medium. And it's just great because in a situation like this where I find the strap to be far too short for my liking, I can easily extend it. And obviously this gold will match very beautifully with the bag. I included a 10% discount within the description box below in case any of you guys are interested. But yeah, the strap length is a deterrent for me. And another thing, I think the biggest thing, is going to be the size of this bag. I don't like the fact that I have to put my phone in such a way where it takes effort. And on top of that, I found that besides a phone, the only other thing I could fit in there is going to be a compact and a lipstick. So I mean, besides that, you'll be lucky if you can fit in a key fob, not a 6-key holder, and perhaps a lipstick, something like that. And I can be very apt to say a bag can be very roomy if I find it to be truly roomy, but this bag just is not roomy, not in the least bit. Now, one thing it does have is a very smooth glide zipper, that is for sure. The interior, though, you can tell it's very, very small. It's definitely going to stay in my collection. You know, overall with the strap, it's not a big deal. Like I said, I do use the chain extender. I still think it's very, very cute. And for those times when I'm just carrying the very, very bare essentials, and I do mean a car fob, not even my 6-key holder, my phone, and maybe a compact, then I'll definitely use this adorable, cute little bag. But gosh, I really wish Louis Vuitton could have just stuck with the original nano size and added the pre-aged leather. Not too sure why they decided to make this so small, but that's okay. Why? Because it's so adorable and it's so pretty. So that's going to be 5 of my 5 least used Louis Vuitton bags. If you have any comments or questions on any of the bags I went over, please let me know. Also, I'd love to know if you guys happen to own a specific bag that you just don't use enough, that you want to use more. Please let me know in that comment section below. Always love reading what you guys have to say. I always appreciate you. All right, you guys, now's the time within the video where I'm going to completely change topics from speaking about luxury to speaking about something that's definitely more insightful, meaningful, and inspirational. Topic of today's video is going to be, there is nothing to fear. Fear is something that does not come from God. There is no fear in God. There is no worry in God. There is no anxiety in God. God is pure light, God is pure love, God is pure positivity. If we know that fear does not exist within God, then we might question ourselves. Where does it come from? I have a simple answer for that. It comes from something that is the opposite of God. It comes from a place that is opposite of heaven. Basically, when we bring up fear, we really could bring up the topic of spiritual warfare in the mind, because that is really what is going on. Fear has the ability to give debilitating thoughts to people. Fear can rob people from their sleep at night. It literally has the power to tempt us to give away our peace. I took quite a few psychology classes in college, and I learned a lot about fear and how it affects the body. The mind is connected to the body, so if we worry long enough, before we know it, we could start feeling physical symptoms. True and best way to live a peaceful life is to combat fear every single day of your life, is to combat that worry every single day in your life. And the way we do that is by knowing that God is the solution. 100% He is. Why? Because He is pure light, He is pure love, He is pure positivity. In heaven, there is no such thing as negativity. There is no such thing as worry. There is no such thing as panic. There is no such thing as fear. It does not reside there. The closer we are to God, the closer we maintain our relationship with Him, the more active our prayer life is with Him, is going to basically help us in times of fear. And not only that, but prevent fear from coming on in the first place. Because when we're close to God, when those fearful thoughts invade our mind, we know to go to Him, and we know that we can rely on Him. In my last message I did in my last video, I did talk to you guys about the power of faith and the power of expectant praying to God, knowing that He has the solution and the answer to any problem that you're facing. Whenever those what ifs come to mind, what if this happens, that's so bad? What if that happens, that's so bad? You can just say to it, I know you're fraudulent, I know you have no validity whatsoever, and I am simply going to change the channel in my mind to something that is of a good rapport. It is very important why God said that to us. He tells us in the Bible, focus on things that are of a good rapport. The reason why He says that is because He doesn't want us focusing on the negative, because it just makes it that much easier for automatic, negative, intrusive, worrisome thoughts to enter our mind. There really is nothing to fear but fear itself. The best way to not have negative thinking is by staying close to God, by having that active relationship with Him. It's really just going to make your life so much easier, because you'll know that God has a solution to every single problem. You're always going to be okay. The reason for that is because all is well. It always has been, it currently is, and it always will be. If you guys are having difficulty with worrying and automatic negative thoughts, and you're just having a difficult time combating them and dealing with them, I just think the most wonderful way, the best way to deal with that is to go to God in prayer and tell Him. And I think a lot of people feel that prayer needs to be some formal type of prayer. I mean, that's definitely wonderful, and I was raised with that myself, but I do feel that God loves it when we conversate with Him, when we tell Him what's on our minds, when we tell Him what's in our hearts, because He wants that active relationship with us. He wants to be there for you. He wants to give you that peace that surpasses all understanding. And the only being that could ever give you the peace that surpasses all understanding is Jesus. He is the only one. He is the light. He is the way. Like Jesus said, whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. What a beautiful thing that is. So it's wonderful to know that we don't have to go through life with a fearful spirit. It's wonderful to know that God is always with us, by our side, waiting for our attention, waiting to help us whenever we need Him. And always remember that He'll never ever leave nor forsake us. Not only that, but He has the solution to any problem that you're facing. So I urge you guys to go to Him anytime you feel fear, anytime you feel worry. Just remember this, there is nothing to fear but fear itself. You have God, you have your angels working behind the scenes in your life, as well as your past loved ones. We're all really just so very blessed. So let's hang on to God's truth, which is His word, and remember, there is absolutely nothing nothing to fear. So that's what I have to say on the topic of there is nothing to fear. If you guys happen to have any comments or questions on that topic, or any comments or questions on my 5 least used Louis Vuitton bags, gosh, those are different topics, aren't they? But I do enjoy the bags. What can I say? So that's going to be it, you guys. I'm looking forward to my next video. Why? Because it's going to be a vlog, like I said before. My baby bunny Brownie is getting very excited because he told me, he said, Mommy, I'm so excited because you're going to film me while I'm up in the cabin, my favorite place. It really is his favorite place, you guys. He has so much fun. I'll definitely capture that on film for you. So if you did make it to the end of this video, I greatly thank you as always. Until my next, very much looking forward to. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.